Once every 4 years, as is customary, the International Volleyball Federation rolls out rule updates for the upcoming Olympic cycle. It's not unusual for these updates to bring significant changes to the volleyball rulebook. This time, I was expecting some major updates, like the introduction of rules we've discussed in previous videos. For example, banning overhead serve reception. However, we won't see anything groundbreaking in the next 4 years. Today, I want to talk about the 4 key changes to the rules. Apart from these changes, some rule formulations have been simplified. For example, the wording regarding jousts above the net has been shortened. The essence remains the same. During a joust, regardless of prolonged ball contact, the rally should continue. Another simplification concerns attacks initiated from a player's side of the court but completed on the opponent's side. The part stating that the ball must not be caught or thrown was removed. Since catching or throwing the ball is already prohibited, this addition was redundant and has now been omitted. For those unfamiliar with this rule, here's a quick reminder. After spiking the ball, a player is allowed to extend their hand over the net, provided the contact occurred within their playing area. Another change in wording involves the removal of references to the assistant coach in most rules. Now, if the head coach is unavailable during an event, such as substitutions, timeouts, or other scenarios, the team captain can take responsibility. Previously, this role was attributed to the assistant coach. Now, let's dive into the official rule changes. As I mentioned earlier, there are 4 of them. First, it has been clarified that the receiving team must remain in their assigned rotational zones until the serving opponent makes contact with the ball, specifically at the moment of impact, not during the toss. This rule already existed but has now been further emphasized. On the other hand, the serving team is now allowed to assume their preferred positions immediately without waiting for the ball to be struck. Since violations of this rule were extremely rare, it has been eliminated altogether. Now, before executing a serve, you can position yourself in the formation most convenient for your team. However, players are still prohibited from forming a group screen during their serve, ensuring the opponent can track the ball's trajectory. A new rule has been added that was previously only mentioned in supplementary referee documents. I discussed this in a separate video. Now it's officially forbidden for serving team players to raise their hands above their heads until the ball reaches net level. Another rule change, while not game-changing, is aimed at speeding up play. Sometimes a poorly received ball or a defensive play causes the ball to drift into the opponent's free zone. Crucially, the ball can be returned from the opponent's free zone back to your side. If this happens on the second touch, your only option to save it might be some incredible spin to curve it around the antenna and back to the opponent's court. To avoid waiting for a 4th touch, the new rule states that if the ball lands in the free zone after the 2nd or 3rd touch, it's immediately considered out of bounds. This adjustment will slightly speed up the game without compromising its integrity. And now we've reached the moment where volleyball as we know it will never be the same again. Are you ready? In the section online judge signals, the white flag has been changed to red. Shock! Just kidding. There were only 3 key, albeit minor changes in the rules. And that wraps up this video. Before you rush to criticize referees at matches, remember that these rules will only come into effect after the current club season ends. No one will implement rule changes mid-championship. I really hope you found this video helpful and will give it a like. I tried my best to deliver this fresh information as quickly and concisely as possible. As always, this was Nick. Love what you do and success will follow. See you soon. Bye.